Um, so today I found out that apparently our email sometimes just doesn't work at work, or actually
Oh,
we get blacklisted, and so we don't get any emails, and which is just kind of funny. Um, and today we like couldn't send out any emails or couldn't get any emails for like 2 hours. So I'm like,
that's funky.
how do we get work done? How do we get things
Yeah.
done? So that was kind of a
Go
random
home.
part of it.
Go home.
Yeah, go home. Thankfully, most of my job can be done without email. At least part of it can. So I still had things to do, but other people did not.
Mm.
They were very lucky.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome to the Pocket Friends podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Miranda.
I'm Daniela.
I'm Jillian.
Okay, girls. We don't have a lot to talk about this week. I guess we can kind of say that at the top.
I have a lot to talk about.
Okay, well, we don't have anything like our interests haven't really started back up yet. Like things are like kind of coming out. Like we're getting some F1 news, we're getting some Bridgerton content coming out, um, but we're kind of like in between things.
We're in a limbo.
Yeah. So we have lots of things to talk about because there are still things happening, but not as much as like if we had a whole season of something or like a whole race to analyze.
Yeah.
So, what do you have so much to talk about, Jillian?
We were like, we can talk about our hobbies and what we've been seeing on TikTok and everything. And I was like,
Absolutely.
I, last time we were like, what are the trends?
Mm-hmm.
I've just seen a lot more of those now.
So what trends have you seen? Because can't say I've seen more trends. I did look up the fruit that you were telling us about, the food.
The what?
The AI videos
Oh, yes.
of food and plants and medicine and like your muscles and parts of your body, all that stuff. So those just like sprung up over the weekend at some point, I guess, is when I started seeing them. And they're all like obvious AI videos. And some of them they get like really angry at you and are like yelling at you. And then people started like parodying them and they're like, we're taking back the jobs from AI. And they're like sitting with their fridge open, yelling at people about, they're like, I'm an onion. Keep me in
That
a
is
cool, dry place.
that is
I
so
haven't
random.
seen the parodies yet, but
No, not at all.
So there's that. There's like the 2016, and everybody's talking about 2016.
I
Good and
love the
bad.
2016. That stuff is so good. But I also think that that was just like a really, I don't know, like memorable time of my life. So I was talking today at work about 2016 and how fun it was.
what were you doing in 2016, Miranda?
I was older than you guys. No, I was a sophomore, junior in college. Um, yeah, I was in college, which was a great time. I remember the first half of the year, I was still living in my sorority house, or I was living in my sorority house. My best friend was studying abroad. So I actually don't remember a ton from that season. I remember I worked at Dillon's, which is like Kroger, a grocery store. I was a checker there for like 6 months. And then that summer, I got like my first kind of like big girl internship. So I stayed in my college town and worked, and I ended up getting a job there after college. So like that was like the start of my career journey in marketing. And then the last half of the year, I just lived with my best friend, and it was a great time. Junior was fun.
That's
Hmm.
fun.
What were you
Jillian?
doing, Daniela?
I was in seventh grade.
Makes me feel so old.
You were in sixth grade,
6th grade.
because I was a sophomore into junior year.
I graduated 18 though. So yeah, 7th grade. I mean 6th grade.
That is nuts
What
to
were you
me.
doing?
Probably cheer, hanging out with Natalie.
No big memories.
Um, that might have been the year I broke my dad's arm.
It could have been.
Yeah.
How did you
That's
break
my-
someone's arm?
So, grew up on a farm. We were baling hay. I was driving the tractor. My dad was stacking the bales as they came out. He told me to turn it on. Thought it would take me longer because formerly mentioned Natalie was with me. And he thought we would like mess around a little bit before we started, and he told me to start it, and I was like, okay, and like got it going. He saw some hay on the baler where the plunger is, which is like a big metal arm that goes like up and down like that. And he like swiped his hand across to just swipe the hay off, thinking he had a little bit of time. He did not. He's lucky to have an arm.
The like plunger came around and held his arm, so it was like caught inside the hay baler.
Oh my God. Did you turn it off right away? Did you hear him?
So he said, turn it off, and I turned the baler off. And he's like, no, turn it off. Like, turn everything off. And so then I turned the tractor off. I'm like, what's wrong? And he was like, I think I broke my arm. And so we got in the truck, and then we get in the truck, and he's like, I might need you to close the door for me. Because it was his left arm, and that's like the one you pull, but he ended
Uh-huh.
up just like reaching across. Well, actually, it was his right arm. It was his right arm. Because you and Dad
It was.
broke right arms.
We broke the same
You
arm.
broke
Yeah.
you broke your non-dominance.
Yikes.
But he was able to like put his arm on the armrest and then like reach across and close the door. And he drove the whole way home. And he told me to call my mom and tell her to have the first aid kit and something to splint his arm and out like ready out in the driveway.
I'm sorry.
He was-
The first aid kit
He was
for a broken arm?
He knew
Yeah.
like he had
Well-
to go to the doctor, but he was like something to like split my arm or like if we
Okay.
can like do something if I don't know.
He's also not a man to rush to the ER.
Right.
So
I get that. But a broken arm? Gee, and it's like hanging, like limp?
It wasn't hanging because it was just this part.
Oh, okay.
But he was
And
wearing,
he was-
he still had
he
his
was
gloves
wearing-
on and long sleeves, so we didn't
had
actually see
everything
the
on.
arm.
He had all his like farming stuff on, which was helpful once he got to the ER because he walked into the ER and like holding his arm, and the ER just sees like this farmer coming in, and they let him straight through.
Yeah. I was going to say, usually when a farmer shows up to an ER, it's cause for concern.
Yeah, they had to like cut everything off of him, and yeah.
Yeah. They like thought when they took off his shirt sleeve and stuff that his arm was going to be pulled off. When he explained what happened, they were like, oh, we'll see if it's still attached.
Oh my. Yikes. I'm glad he has an arm. Jeez.
Yeah,
He-
he just
he-
shattered his forearm.
He shattered
Okay.
like every bone in this.
Ouch.
Extensive surgery.
And the orthopedic surgeon at that hospital was like very impressed that he still had an arm and everything and was so excited that he got to operate. And his x-ray is still in the doctor's like
Lounge.
break room. Yeah.
His x-rays like made it around. Like nurses were coming in and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy."
You're the guy. Yikes. You know it's bad when you become like on display at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They see some stuff.
So that would have been the summer of 2016.
hmm
Jillian, what
That's
about
I
you?
my-
was getting my driver's license.
That's a
I
good time.
actually I took my driver's test with I was on crutches at the time because my right leg was messed up. I had presbytitis, which is like blisters between my tendons. So I wasn't supposed to be using my right leg, but I hid the crutches so I could take my driver's test and drove around. Yeah.
Okay, so Jillian, why were you on crutches?
Track injury.
Oh, that's
I
boring.
I know.
Sorry, not as
Nothing
cool as the
fun.
farm story.
Nothing fun this time. I our the track at my high school had a little dip coming around one corner, and I like bent my knee, like I was fully extended and I thought the track was there, but like it was a little bit farther down, and I like my knee bent backwards,
Mm.
and then kept trying to walk around on it for a little bit, and somehow I developed like blisters between my muscles from doing that.
Ow.
So I was just like not supposed to use it.
That sounds extra painful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But passed my driver's test on the first try.
Did you have an actual driver's test? Like someone took you around in a car?
Yeah.
I didn't.
What do you mean?
Okay, so I took driver's ed.
Yeah, we did
And
that
Yeah.
too.
yeah, in driver's ed, you drove around, you did the things that you were supposed to do. I think I did a few hours of driving. And if you took
A
driver's ed in
few?
Kansas,
Well, I can't say anything because my hours, I think that she just ended up baking mine.
We had to
well,
do like hours on our own, 50 hours on our own, and then 10 or something hours with our driver's ed teacher.
I 100%
yeah,
did not do 10 hours with her.
that's what I was gonna say. I don't think I did. I did maybe 5 hours with my driving
I think I
instructor.
was supposed to do 10 hours, but I don't think I did because she like kept rescheduling, and my PE was we had 3 PE teachers, and both the driver's ed teachers were in my PE. So I couldn't, like, usually they take people out of PE to go do driver's ed, like their hours, but both the driver's ed teachers were my PE teachers, so I couldn't be taken out of PE. And she like would schedule stuff after school and then be like, "Can't I have this today?" And I'm like, "You're the one who told me to be here." But yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely didn't get 10 hours.
I can't remember. I didn't feel like I drove for that long with the actual driving instructor, but we had hours on our own that our parents like had to sign. And then when I went to go get my license, I had to take a test, and that was it. I didn't actually have to do like a written test. I didn't have to do a driving test.
We had to do a written test too.
Written and driving.
I'm actually pretty sure I failed the first time I took it.
And they didn't make you get behind a wheel?
No. And I drive fine now.
That seems wrong. I know states are different, so it was probably just your state, but
Yeah, well, you know what was the
So,
problem? Stupid signage. I didn't know what all the signs meant. I still don't know what all the signs mean.
it's
There's a
concerning.
lot of signs out there. I mean,
Like,
I know what
like
the big signs are.
what don't you know? Can you describe the sign?
No. No. And let me tell you, there's a lot of signs that I saw in a driving test that I've never seen in real life. I'm like, that's false. That doesn't exist.
no.
Part of my driver's, like the written test, was like identifying the type of interstate ramp. Like they all have names, like the trumpet, and I don't know. I really remember the trumpet one. And I was like, why do I need to know what it's called? I just need to know how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, let me tell you a story of the first time I got my car. So my first car ever was a little green, lime green Volkswagen Bug. She was so cute. I named her Delilah. The night I got my car, my older brother was like, "Oh, let's go take it for a spin." And I think my parents were like, "Oh, you guys can go pick up something from the grocery store." So the grocery store we went to was off this road that gets super busy. Um, it's just like a really populated area, and there's no lights anywhere on this road. So it was dark out. I have astigmatism. Lights were coming at me from everywhere, and I was trying to do a left turn on this road, and I may have turned into some traffic on accident. But it's okay. People stopped. They honked at me, of course, but no accidents were had. And my brother was like, okay, maybe right turns only for a little while.
That's scary.
Yeah, but he didn't tell my parents, so I was very grateful.
That's kind of him.
It was sweet. He's a very kind older brother sometimes. Did you guys have any
Trying to.
mishap when you first started driving?
The only thing that happened, so my first car technically was my mom's old Lincoln Navigator, which she was not using because it had so many problems.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at like an event for one of my clubs that I was in at school, so it was like a weekend event.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at the park, and I just had to drive from the park back to my house, which is like a couple miles. And this car would not go over 5 miles per hour.
Oh
And I'm
no.
crawling through town. And I'm calling my dad, and I was like, people are behind me. I don't know what to do.
Why'd you go through town to get there?
No, like I just had to get out of the park area, and it was taking me 10 years because I
Oh.
couldn't get over 5 miles per hour. Because the park is on the edge of town. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't at
Yeah.
all.
Well,
It
that's
was,
unfortunate.
so that happened. But I don't, like, I didn't get in, like, I didn't have really any big mishaps on the road.
I don't think I had anything.
Trying to think. The other thing that happened was towards the end of that car's life, something was happening in the transmission. I couldn't go from first gear to second gear. Like every time I tried, the RPM would like go way up and like it just I couldn't go any faster than like 30 miles per hour. Um, and I figured this out because I lived in college like a little bit away from the university. Like we drove and parked near school to go to school every day. So one of the roads that we could take to get from school to home was like 50 miles an hour at some point, like down the way. And I tried accelerating, and I mean, not quite the 5 miles per hour, but I couldn't go any faster than everyone else around me, and I was getting honked at constantly. And I told my dad, I was like, Dad, something, and I couldn't express to him. I didn't know anything about cars. I was like, Dad, I can't go fast. It's like something's wrong. I can't go fast. And he was like, no, like your car runs fine because he had only taken it like around the block. He's like, your car runs just fine. And I said, no, 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 you need to go try it, please. So one day he was committed. He took it to work, and work was like a 45-minute drive away on the highway. 5 minutes in, he notices it. He turns back around and he goes, yeah, your car's broken.
Well,
And yeah, sadly, it was a part on the transmission that was not fixable. And so Delilah unfortunately had to go, which was really sad. Death of my first car.
yeah, I only had that car for like a month or two before my mom got a new car, and then I got her old one.
Is that the car you have
Yeah.
now?
No, I'm on car number 4.
My goodness.
So it went Lincoln, then I got my mom's old Ford Focus, then I bought my aunt's old Ford Focus, and now I'm in a Ford Fusion. Slowly moving
Daniela,
up in the world.
What about you? What car number are you on?
Number one. Numero uno.
That's nice.
She
I'm only
has
on
the
number
car.
two.
I have the car that my mom got so Jillian could have her old car.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
Your
welcome,
parents just
Daniela.
passed it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think,
And
my mom
it's
bought me my
That's about
car.
how often mom wants a new car anyways, so
Yeah. Yeah, my mom bought me my Bug, and then when she died, my dad helped co-sign on my loan for my other car, and then they paid it through college, and then I paid on it because it was brand new. But it's a Ford Focus. I love her, but she's a very cheap little car.
yeah.
So she's great. She's actually 10 years old. Oh, that's what I did. I bought a new car in 2016. Circle back. 2016, the year of Fern.
What else? I got an MIP award in golf in 2016.
Wow. Golf pro over
And
here.
I improved in golf. I also saw people were like, posting all their photos and they're like, "Oh, what a great time 2016 was." And then somebody said, "All I remember is the clowns." And they're like, "It was not a good time for me."
Oh my God, I forgot about the clowns.
It
I
was the
actually
summer
had
of the
brought up the
clowns.
clowns this Halloween. I was
Yeah.
talking to Jillian about them.
Wow. That brings back such like vivid memories. Wow. That's crazy.
I really don't remember anything that memorable from 2016. Like, that happened in my life, but I was young, so
Yeah.
There
not a whole
was
lot was happening.
It was one of our last vacations to the condo because we watched the Rio 2016 games that summer at the condo.
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't
Sad.
remember.
No, I don't remember watching that, but I remember going to the condo because Dad did have his arm broken,
Yeah, that's true.
and we had to use the fishing boat instead of the speedboat, which didn't go over as well as we had hoped.
My mom didn't want us to have to haul the speedboat there, so we just used the fishing boat that was already at the condo. But we tried
Yeah.
to tube off the back of it like we normally would, the speedboat.
There's not like a ladder or anything to get back in,
No,
so
you
then
just
the
have to like
people
haul
had to like
yourself
haul
over.
you in.
Yikes.
And it doesn't go
Actually,
as
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
that
like
can't be as
it
fun.
doesn't go as fast, but like actually tubing off the back is fine.
it wasn't that bad, but you couldn't have as many people on the boat.
Mm-hmm. That was the biggest thing. You could only have like 5 people on the boat at a time, and we
There
were there.
also, I feel like we did something funky with like how the ropes were tied up because there wasn't like
We
a
did.
proper
Yeah,
place.
yeah, we did. We definitely did.
It was a janky operation.
It sounds
And then
like
our
it.
captain is our dad with a broken arm.
Yeah. Yikes.
He's not actually supposed to be getting his cast wet, but
Yeah, not supposed to be near the water.
But who cares? It happens all the time. I think I've only ever been tubing once or twice.
oh, missing out.
So good.
I'm not really a lake girl.
You a beach girl.
I prefer beach.
You can tube in saltwater too.
Yeah.
Yes, but I didn't know people who had boats.
Ah,
And also, I live in Kansas, and so there's not a lot of ocean water available near me. It's quite far away, actually. Something I remember from 2016 was the music. Like, everyone keeps using the Closer song
oh yeah.
as like the
2016 was
throwback.
still Musical.ly, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. I didn't download anything before TikTok.
You know what actually might have been 2016? You know those party decorations that are like the like fringy curtains?
Mhm.
I had that in front of my door to get into my room.
Wow, so 2016 of you, Daniela. I also think that's just middle school girl.
I wasn't doing it to be cool or anything. Like, I just wanted to do it. It was literally something like left over. Like, I didn't buy it for that purpose. I just
Okay.
liked them. Maybe we got them for Mom's book thing.
For her book launch party?
Yeah.
Were
Would
they
that have
pink?
been around the same time?
Was it
They
pink
were
fringe?
they were like the unicorn ones where they were like iridescent, like
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Like 100%, yes.
that's where they're from.
Okay, what else
That's
have you
funny.
noticed on TikTok?
The owls. Uh,
Oh, right.
it's gotten big. It's like everybody's doing it.
Oh,
Okay,
There,
we have
yeah, yeah,
such
yeah, yeah.
different For You pages. I can't even
okay,
tell you.
okay. Well, it's people are like, this is an owl. If the owl was Jennifer Coolidge, and then they do like they say who with an accent or something. V-Carb just did one, and they're like, this is an owl watching the V-Carb car go by, and they go, who?
That's good. That's good content. The
Um,
F1 social media teams deserve a raise across the board.
Yeah.
They have done so well over the last year.
these boys are working all the time.
They
I
are.
don't think they actually get time off.
Probably not.
Probably not.
And then Nick Jonas did one, and it was like, this is an owl if the owl was Joe Jonas. He said, who has a poster?
I saw someone do one of Oscar Piastri, and it was just like the blankest face, and it was like, who? No emotion, nothing. He was not giving one single thing.
I just love all the niche jokes people are making out of it.
Absolutely. Oh, speaking of niche jokes, I'm sorry. Speaking of Oscar Piastri too, did you guys see his new ad for
The
like Google
phone?
Pixel?
Yeah. He
That
was
was
I
like,
don't
so
know.
good.
I might not get excited about things.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Yeah. And did you notice the poster? Like when they took down, not the poster, it was like a painting and it looked like it was Alpine, like
Mm-mm.
symbolic of like removing that off the wall and then putting up a picture of papayas. It was good.
That's funny.
So, anyways, Danielle, you should go watch it after this is over because it was actually
Okay.
pretty genius.
I did see, so when Charles Leclerc got engaged, Oscar Piastri said, congratulations, one exclamation point.
Uh-huh.
And then Alex Albon just got engaged, and he said, congratulations, two exclamation points. And people were like, I wonder if he's gonna get to three exclamation points.
That would be good. Maybe if he gets engaged,
Yeah,
he'll
he
post three
could be
exclamation
next.
marks.
He could be next.
Because I saw people being like, "Oh, Charles and Alex and Lily,"
And
and then it
Lily.
would be Lily and Oscar.
Yeah.
Wow, they kind of all share names there, don't they? No
Yeah.
variety.
They also all live in Monaco and
They
date
do.
models.
They're besties. It's fine. Um, Speaking of F1 though, Drive to Survive is coming back.
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm so looking forward to the new season. Do you guys have any thoughts on like what you're like looking forward to seeing the behind the scenes of?
I want to see the Red Bull team specifically with Max's comeback.
Charles on the Hill.
Just Ferrari talking about
How bad
how
they are.
bad everything is.
Yeah. I would love to see more behind the scenes with McLaren and just them
Yeah.
trying to handle their two drivers in the top for like the entire season and like
Yeah.
any commentary they've had on like strategy or whatever.
What
Yeah.
I was really curious about while we were watching this season, I was like, I wonder what was going on with McLaren in the middle of the season. Because there was like a major dip in performance. Like Oscar and Lando kind of fell off the top.
Yeah,
And I was like, I wonder what was going on there.
I wonder that too. And then for a while, Lando came back and Oscar stayed down. And I
Hmm.
wonder if there was something going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Sabotage.
Um,
I'm just kidding. That's just what everybody says, though, who hates Lando.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and also the double disqualification in Vegas.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of just that.
And the whatever was going on with like the width of that part of the car,
Hmm.
just like if what was going on there. Did they know about
Yeah.
it?
Them, and then also them, I can't remember exactly what race it was. It was after Vegas, though, I think, where their pit strategy was horrendous and they made basically Oscar lose the race because they should have pitted when there was a safety car.
Yeah.
And everyone, every single other team
Everybody
pitted,
else did.
and they didn't. And they messed it all up. So
Qatar
basically,
was
I'm excited to
after
see
Vegas.
McLaren. Which one?
Qatar.
Maybe it was Qatar. I can't remember. There was too many races.
That was the second to last race, so it had
Okay,
to have
maybe
been
it
that
was
one.
before Vegas, actually, then. But either way, I think they did something bad there, and they kind of acknowledged it, like on social media, like they had released a statement basically saying we made a mistake, but just more behind the scenes of all of that.
Yeah. I also wonder about the switch with Liam Lawson and Yuki.
Yeah, and then maybe will they go more into the decision of like who they're gonna bring on for next season, or will that be next year's season?
No, they usually talk about like
Yeah.
contracts because like the signings happen throughout the season.
Right.
There
Well,
wasn't
then I
much
guess
change this year, but
the fall of Yuki, the
Yeah.
curse of the Red Bull second seat.
yeah.
Oh, apparently the new guy doesn't have
His driver's license.
driver's license.
Yeah.
I saw
Well,
that today.
neither did Kimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Max was astonished. He was like, "What? You don't have your driver's license?"
I did
That's funny
see
that Max didn't know.
I did see a joke on TikTok that was like, I wonder if Max has it in his contract that he needs to get a new rookie every year.
Yeah. He needs a new rookie to support every year. Well, hopefully he likes this rookie, and hopefully this rookie is good for Baby Red Bull.
I also wonder if we'll get anything from Kimmy about like him colliding with all the top drivers and like what that
Yeah.
did to him.
That would be good. I really hope we get like a good amount of content from about Kimmy, because he was kind of
Me too.
like the sweetheart of the season, I feel like. Him and Alex Albon, that people really liked.
We'll also have this was the season where George raced like blind. His car was
Yeah.
a ghost.
Yes. My first ever F1 race that I watched.
So long
Yeah.
ago.
So long ago.
I know. I'm trying to
Um,
even like remember what happened this season, and I can't like remember anything right now.
well, it's been a while.
I
So
know.
maybe we'll be better about taking notes this year so we can remember the exciting things that happened.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
I also saw today that the Songwriter Hall of Fame inductees were announced,
Hmm.
and Taylor Swift is getting inducted.
Oh,
She's
exciting.
Youngest female.
youngest female ever.
Congratulations to her.
And I think it's only one other person younger than her who was at like only like 3 years younger than her, and it was a male.
Wow.
Yeah, well, there was also like Buddy Holly was inducted posthumously, but he was only 22 years old when he died. So
Yeah. So,
I don't know where you place him.
different category for sure.
Yeah.
Um, the only news I've seen about Taylor Swift recently is her and Blake Lively in their text messages, which can I just say that I am so sick of seeing anything about that case. I like see the TikToks about it and then I skip it. I don't watch it. I am so bored of this case.
I haven't seen anything for it.
I've seen people talking about the text. I haven't seen the actual text.
Yes. That's what mostly from what I have caught of people talking about it, they're feeling bad for Taylor Swift. They're like,
Hmm.
or they're saying that Taylor Swift is better than them because they would have been meaner
I did
to
see
the,
that. Like she
yeah,
said something about Justin Baldoni, and they were like, she could have been way meaner.
yeah. That's about all I've seen. I haven't looked for the text. This case is dragging out, and I think it's
It's
intentionally dragging out.
it's only at the summary judgment stage.
Yeah, yeah. So it's taking forever, and I bet they're tired of it. Like I'm tired of it.
Well,
So
it could drag on for years and years
yeah,
if it goes to trial.
yeah. So I'm bored of that. I wish I could like, press X to like, I don't want to see content like this anymore.
That'd be
Please,
cool
no,
if you
thank
could
you.
filter. If you could be like, I'm interested in this, not interested in this. Which you
Yeah,
can kind of do by like skipping videos and liking things, but I want it to be more of like a actual filter I can click on and choose things.
like Tinder. You can swipe yes for keep, swipe no for no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Daniela, what's been on your For You page?
Ilya, the figure skater, not the hockey player.
Yeah, because the Olympics are starting soon.
Yeah. I've just seen that like the US hasn't selected all their athletes yet for the Winter Olympics. And then they're also sending out random PR packages to people, and people are
I
getting
did
them.
see
And they're
that.
like, what sport am I in? I'm ready to go,
Yeah,
but what am I doing?
Oh
yeah.
my God,
Dylan, I think we might have seen that same exact video. Because the way you're describing it, that sounds like the same video I saw.
that's funny. I mean, not. So those people must be stressed. They're like, what am I doing?
Yeah, this one girl was talking. I don't know what sport she does, but she was like, my family has bought their tickets. Like, they're going to Milan. I just don't know if I am.
Oh my God, that's sad.
Oh no.
Oh gosh, I hope she makes it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so funny because the US is like actively doing tryouts and stuff for the Summer Olympics. That's in 2 years.
Yeah.
And they still haven't selected their athletes for the games that are in a couple weeks.
I think the US just overall doesn't care as much about the Winter Olympics.
Which is crazy because there's so many
They're
good
still good
events
at
in the
it.
summer.
I know.
I mean, winter, sorry.
Yeah, there are so many great events in the winter.
Like, we got Ilya, we're gonna crush figure skating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go Ilya.
We usually do pretty good at figure skating. We're not necessarily like guaranteed gold, but
Pretty good.
mm-hmm.
Well, he's from Virginia. In case you guys
He
didn't know
is.
that.
He is.
That's exciting.
Fun fact.
Um, is that it? Just Ilya?
Just Ilya.
Every
I haven't
video?
been watching a whole lot of TikTok because before I've been like not scrolling before bed because I'm on the phone with Nate,
Mm-hmm.
and we watch TV until like right when I should be going to bed. And then at work, I'm not on social
Yeah.
media.
Okay, TV, you've been watching before bed.
I get a couple scrolls in right before I have to roll out of bed in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually when I get a notification that you've sent me something. I wake up to your notifications.
Yeah.
But
My
you
mom's
guys have
like,
been
do
rewatching.
you need a reminder that there's a time change?
Well, thankfully I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I won't see it until I want to see it.
Yeah.
But I know you guys have been rewatching Bridgerton, and I know we've talked a lot about it, and we'll talk way more about it when there's new episodes. But do you have any thoughts from your rewatch that you want to share?
I don't like Kate's sister.
Edwina.
See, I don't even know her name because I don't like her.
What are your problems? Be
She's
specific.
just too like I don't know. She just like irks me. Like she like clearly is into like her own things, but like not.
Well, she's trying to get married
Yeah.
to
I
support her
know, but
family.
like I know, but like well, she didn't know she was getting married to support her family.
Well, she knew if she married well, her sister and mom would be taken care of too.
Right.
Yeah.
But she also thought she was in love with Anthony
Tony.
and
Yeah, I just feel like
girl.
we didn't see much of her personality at all.
Right, she's just so like just like there and like
Yeah.
talking.
Like everything about her was just very, very sweet,
Too
very
sweet.
She's
naive.
very polite and proper, but
Yes.
not a lot of depth.
Yes. Which they could have done more in the show, but I mean, the focus was on Kate, so I
Yeah.
get it. And
Yeah.
she was only going to be there for one
Which
season.
maybe made me hate her more. I don't hate her. I dislike her. But like I think that that made me dislike her more because her sister is like so like established.
Yeah.
And then there's just her who's like just kind of there. And like it's just like she's saying lines. Like it doesn't really feel like she's a character.
She's like a wet paper towel.
Like no, she feels like she's a character, not a person.
That's a
But
fair
then
assessment.
she did a complete 180 after the wedding
Yeah,
and
like
became,
complete though. Like a complete
Became
snap
hateful and
opposite
spiteful,
direction.
yes, became
crazy.
just very upset. And like upset, it was reasonable that she was upset.
Listen, I'm a younger sister. As a younger sister, if the man I was about to marry wasn't actually in love with me,
But
first
was
of
in
all,
love with your
good
sister?
riddance. First of all, good riddance. Second of all, if my sister was in love with him, like wasn't just like fooling around or anything, was like in love with him. Like that is a completely different thing.
I don't know.
Like
I mean,
that's
I get her feelings. Her feelings were like legit.
I guess yeah, but like I feel like she overreacted. As a younger sister, I feel like she overreacted.
I think part of it was also the embarrassment of they made it to the point where they're like
At the
saying
altar.
vows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she realizes it.
I wish
But
they had done
also
it more
like
like the book in that aspect because I didn't love that hurt that she felt either. Now, I don't think she was ever actually in love with him. I think she was in love with the idea of him,
yeah.
Hmm.
for sure. In the books, though, she kind of agrees with him of like, oh, you would be a good match. You would be a good father. This would be a good house. This is why I'll marry you. She
Hmm.
never pretended in the book that she was in love with him.
And I don't think she was pretending to be in love with him. I think she did think she was in love with him, but I think you're right. She was in love with the idea of him,
Mhm.
not him himself.
Yeah.
I'm just not clear on when she fell in love with him because she was literally talking about like, oh, we're just like very agreeable. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden she's like, I love him. And And I was like, when did that happen?
Yeah, that was definitely like that was quick.
I just don't
Mhm.
like her.
Fair.
That's all I can
I
say.
In my rewatch, I realized that I really did not like Marina in season one.
Oh, I don't like Marina.
She and a lot of people love her, and that's fine.
Okay.
I
I
don't
was
not like
okay
her,
with
but
her
I don't like, yeah, she's fine.
until I was okay with her until her manipulation got like out of control.
Yeah.
When she was like, let's run away and get married, like convincing Colin to run away and get married
Well,
earlier.
first, she tried to get him to sleep with her so that she could pretend
Yeah.
that the
True.
baby was his.
Yes.
I didn't like her. Like, she never really cared about Penelope, even though that was kind of her confidant.
No,
Like, that was the
some of
person
the
she
things
turned
she
to.
said to Penelope when she
Were
realized
mean.
Penelope was in love with Colin,
Yeah,
I was like, girl, you're not a girl's girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Which I know it was like a different time and things were more like you had to have a husband and stuff, but like
no.
you don't need to be that rude.
Yeah. But Penelope kept bringing up, she's like, it can be literally anyone but Colin. And
Right.
Marina's like, I know he'll
No.
take care of me because he's such a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, even after he figures out I lied to him, he'll still take care of me.
Yeah, manipulation at its finest. I also think now, obviously, she did not have the best circumstances, but the brother of the man that she was in love with and was, the father of her children, sorry, excuse me, comes and rescues her.
Mm-hmm.
And then in season 2, we see her and she's just absolutely miserable. And I'm like, no, like this is a
Could have been
completely different
worse.
time. It could have been the old icky man that you were first thrown at.
Yeah.
With other
Yeah.
people's teeth.
Yeah. This man at least seems nice and friendly.
Yeah.
And he like went upstairs to go put the children to bed while she was talking to Colin. And he seems invested in a life with her. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you were gonna manipulate your way
Yeah.
into a relationship with
That's
Colin.
like just
and now
about
you're
as good as
miserable.
it gets back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be in love with a man, but
Right.
could you not
But
have
he's
found
like-
some kind of cordial relationship?
Well, and she was told by Miss Featherington what, like, she asked how she endured a marriage without love.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, she had that information as well of, like, how to still enjoy her life.
Yeah. She just was absolutely miserable.
I also think Benedict might be my favorite.
I think Benedict. Benedict's definitely my favorite boy. in the
Daphne's
whole
my
show.
favorite girl. Benedict is my favorite boy.
Jillian, who's your favorite girl?
I do love Daphne. I like Eloise too, but sometimes she gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
Eloise can get on my nerves. My favorite character or my favorite girl is Book Francesca. And I'm excited.
That doesn't count.
Well, I feel like we haven't seen Francesca's season yet, so it's hard to judge her completely because we've also only had one season of her.
True.
And I did like her last season. Like, I thought she was very sensible and very strong in what she wanted. Like, I just watched the first like episode where it was, her debut ball that she went to, and all these men were coming up and being like, "So, what are your interests?" She's like, "Pianoforte." And they're like, "Okay, what else?" She's like, "No, that's it."
Pianoforte. She's like, I'm really good at it.
Yeah. She's like, "That takes up all my time. Sorry." So, I do like that she's kind of strong in like what she likes, but she knew what she wanted. Like the man that the queen set up for her wanted 7 kids and she didn't want that. And so she found alternative things. Another person who met her needs and her wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like
But why is
Francesca too.
Benedict your favorite?
He's so funny.
He is. He's so funny. He's, um, I don't know. He's just like the kind of quirky one that
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't gotten on my nerves. He might during his season, but he hasn't gotten on my nerves yet. He's like he embodies what a sibling is.
He does.
Yeah.
Where he's
He's very
like
good at
making
it.
fun of everybody and like but
He's
also
also
like he's very supportive and
he's also very quick, and I really like that in a character.
Yeah, true. I had forgotten his moments with Eloise in season 1 where he catches her smoking.
hmm they have a
That
great
was
relationship.
sweet sibling relationship. Um, and then his kind of drug-fueled time at Aubrey Hall was just so good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Even just some of the little faces he makes when someone else says something. Like
Hmm.
it's not even he's not even speaking. And like someone says something, he's like
Yeah.
You guys haven't gotten it to it probably in your rewatch yet, but I remember in season 3 when Colin kind of hints at, him and Penelope have kind of done stuff and like before they get
Yeah.
married, he's like, "What, are you gonna duel our
Are you gonna
brother?"
duel? Yeah.
That was a good Benedict comment.
He has a lot of those like funny comments.
Yeah.
Little quirk.
Like
Yeah.
I said, he's quick.
I hope he keeps the funny this season. Like I know
Me
that it's
too.
his season and that he's gonna be more serious and finding love and all that, but I do hope they keep his personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I'll be really mad if he loses that.
Would it make you stop watching the show?
No.
Probably not, but I'd be really upset. I wouldn't be happy while I'm watching it.
I hope they heard all the feedback from season 3 that everyone hated and they actually, pander maybe a little to the audience in this season.
What were
Of like,
some of the issues that people were talking about?
I think people just didn't like, I don't honestly know I can't remember why people didn't like it. What I didn't like about it was that the second half of the show just felt like they were fighting the whole time. I'm like, this is annoying. Like, cold shoulder everywhere, like, not speaking, just depression. Like, I don't know. That's what I
It's
didn't like.
not giving love story.
No.
The
Yeah.
love story.
It got a little enemies at the end instead of like it's supposed to be like friendship to lovers. And then
Yeah.
they like lost their friendship.
Yeah. And in the book, I think a lot of people also were mad that it didn't stay as closely to the book because in the book, he finds out, actually, in the book, he finds out and then the carriage scene happens. Like, he had tracked her to her printer or something, and then he like jumps in her carriage and accuses her of being Lady Whistledown, and she like admits it, and then he like falls in love with her, and like the carriage scene happens.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I don't actually care that much about Lady Whistledown." But the show has built up Lady Whistledown a little bit more of like how Penelope had written something kind of horrible about him and Eloise like
Was that not
recently.
in the books?
No.
Okay.
So I do think that I was kind of glad that Colin didn't immediately like be like all happy that she was Lady Whistledown or forgive her for
Yeah.
everything because there needed to be some, I don't know, there needed to be something there. Like Colin just couldn't have forgotten everything that she'd ever said.
Yeah.
But for it to be like 4 episodes of them fighting, that was not fun.
Yeah. I'm not on season 3 in my rewatch, but I do remember you just kind of being like, when are we gonna get to the happy ending? I also remember people being really mad about Michaela
Yes, I'm mad
in
about
that
Michaela.
change.
I'm mad about Michaela because in Francesca's story, she didn't give Michael like there was no indication of anything happening between her and Michael until after John died. And it makes me sad that they're hinting at like her having an attraction to Michaela while John is still around. And like almost
Mm.
making it seem like her marriage is fine, but like she has stronger feelings with Michaela. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Also, before, so like in the book, we never saw her relationship with John. So this is all kind of made up. And if they do what they did in the book and like he dies, that's gonna be sad. Like they're actually showing us their relationship,
Well, that just makes the emotions more real.
I guess. It's
Like,
gonna
I
be
wouldn't want a
horrible.
story where it's like, oh, she was so in love and you don't get to see that. And then she's like upset because her husband's dead. And you're like it doesn't feel as real to you because you missed the first part of the relationship.
Yeah. Hmm. I
I don't
don't
know.
know. We'll see. Um, one part I remember kind of crying at, and then on the rewatch I still cried, was when Edmund died.
Yeah. Violet,
Yes.
that was rough.
That was some good acting though. Like I felt all the emotions that she was feeling. I was like, "Oh my, like this is awful."
Yeah. I specifically during the where she's giving birth to Hyacinth and she's like, you don't get to ask my son to make this decision.
Yeah.
Like, it's my husband's choice. He's not here. You get to talk to me.
Yeah. That was crazy. And then after like after she gave birth and like he's sitting there talking to her like, "Oh, come join us for dinner." And she's like,
Hmm.
"I am just breathing." And
Yeah.
that's all I can do today. That's all I can give.
Yeah.
Oh, it just hit me right in the
I
feels.
I want more backstory on I really want more information about Violet.
I think we might get it this season if she's going to have kind of a love story. Like she might have some throwbacks to her and Edmund's relationship.
I would like that.
I think that would be sweet.
Yeah. I also I liked the placement of that in season 2 and how it informed why Anthony was like no love match for me. And
Yes.
it was kind of heartbreaking that he was like, I don't want to be the reason somebody's in as much pain as
Yeah.
his mom was in.
Yeah. That was definitely an emotional tug for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. I keep thinking about these actors though, and like I love Luke with all my heart, Benedict. But these actors are kind of getting old. Like they're gonna need to hurry up and do Francesca's season soon because I love Eloise and I love the actress who plays her, but I think she's like 37.
Hmm.
So maybe she's next.
I
Who
think
knows?
she has to be.
Possibly. I did see a clip from her today where she was basically saying that she wants Eloise to have someone really fit.
Yeah, I did see that.
And And she's like, I'll do anything. She's like, I'll jump naked out of a plane if that's what they ask me to do. Like, well, I
Yeah.
don't think they'll do that, Eloise, but glad to know that you're
Yeah,
on board for all of that.
that was good.
It's gonna be weird
The
to see her, like, I guess in a romantic relationship.
Okay, in season 2, she is in like a flirty little relationship with the print guy.
Yeah, with Theo.
So I don't think it's gonna, I don't think it's that much of a stretch for her to actually have a relationship with someone.
No, I just think she's super awkward. Like, even with Theo, she was awkward. But
Yeah,
maybe that'll be part of the charm.
I think she's more like blunt. Like she doesn't like the whole like game
Small
and
talk and
yeah.
Yeah, she definitely does not like the game of courting. I'm kind of like I said, I'm interested to see if they follow her story. Um, because her relationship largely starts out through letter writing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So a lot of the courtship, I feel like, happens through letters. So maybe that's a way of like she can be herself in writing instead of having to talk.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I know we talked a lot about Bridgerton last week, so we don't have to keep talking about it.
Well, the other thing Daniela and I watched was the Stranger Things documentary.
Oh, yes. Give me your thoughts.
And I cried. I really liked it.
I do too.
Yes, the brothers do talk about how they did not have a final script ready. It took them forever to get it. But it's because like they really wanted it to be good and they
Yes.
knew expectations were high.
I also was thinking about that today. How often that surely that's not an uncommon thing to go into production without the whole season done.
Well, part of the stuff that they showed in the documentary was that they were like skipping to parts of episode 8 because they needed
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to use the set and they didn't have a final script. So they were like
Yeah.
acting in an episode that they didn't know where the episode was going.
Yeah. I'm sure that made it hard for the kids and Max and Henry. Because that was
Yeah.
who it really affected. It was like the desert stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell when I was watching episode 8 that it felt kind of
Mm-mm.
disjointed.
Yeah.
So it worked out. Um, but I think that is understandable of like seeing now that they were writing as they were actually making this thing of how maybe some little things got lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't
Which
have
is a
as much
little
time.
frustrating,
I know.
but
That is a thing though when you're working with kids. Like they were probably on a time, restraint of like, we only have so
Yeah.
many years that we can make this thing. And we can't take 5 years to make a script.
Yeah.
Should they have maybe worked harder and faster? Yes. But
But you
they
also have to
didn't.
remember these are people, they're not robots, and they have actual lives outside of their job.
Yeah, true. I texted you guys this, but I truly did not even know that the Duffer Brothers were twins until I watched it. I mean, I obviously knew they were brothers, but I had never actually seen, I think, pictures of them or clips of
Mm.
them. So I was like, oh, they're twins.
I knew they were twins. I never knew who was who because they just talk about they're like the brothers, the brothers. And I
Yeah.
was like,
I'm like, what are their names actually?
I'm like, which one's Matt? Which one's Ross? I don't
Yeah.
know. Because they were fighting about the end. They're like, should 11, her ending be ambiguous? Should it be clear that she lived or died?
Yeah.
Like, they had two very different opinions on how the ending should go. Clearly, they ended up going the ambiguous route. But
Yeah. Um, Speaking of the ending, I watched some of the clips from Finn's SNL, and they were poking fun at Stranger Things left, right, and center.
yeah.
I thought some of it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought the one I specifically saw was they were like, all that stuff you've been hearing about episode 9, and they're like, well, we got almost all the actors back to make it.
Yeah. Yep. And they're like
And
standing on like a cliffside, and they're like, "Where's the L?"
Yeah.
yeah. And then they have one of the SNL actors is 11. He's
Yeah.
just holding a waffle.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Mm. Okay, back to the documentary. Sorry, sidetrack because I just was thinking about his SNL thing. Um, it's funny to me that they talk all the time. Like they literally spent the entire documentary talking, but then when it came to say goodbye, like when it came time to do the final table read, they were like, no speeches. Let's just do this thing.
Yeah. Well, okay, I was telling Daniela this. So in the documentary, they are really emphasizing that the ending is about how it's a coming of age story. So they didn't want anybody to die because it
Hmm.
wasn't like meant to be an action movie. It's supposed to be like they're putting away their childhood and moving on. And that's like why they wanted 11 to go away because she represents like the magic of childhood. And so she can't go with them into adulthood and
Yeah.
all this stuff. And I think when I went into watching the finale, I was like, I want big action because that's what we've seen in the previous seasons.
Yeah.
And they were clearly like, no, this is going to be wrapping up a coming of age story. So it's going to be much more like sentimental ending.
Yeah. So you just wish they would have advertised it more as coming of age instead of action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did say that. After watching the documentary, the ending made heaps more sense
Yeah.
versus like just watching the show and their like press where they're like it's the biggest we've ever done, and which in terms of set after watching the documentary 100% was the biggest they've done.
Yes. Yeah. Holy crap. The sets were crazy.
Yeah.
I love that it was just like mainly practical effects
Yeah.
with like
Yeah, I
actual
wish that
sets.
more things would be practical effects.
Yeah. Definitely looked good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was also insane that they were like on this super tight schedule. They have to make all these sets way in advance that they like didn't have a script to work off of for like what do we need to make? And they're like
Yeah.
kind of just guessing as they're going.
Now, they did have like concepts.
But it was like just based off conversations.
Right.
They didn't and like some of the guys were talking and they were like they had a meeting with the Duffer Brothers and they're like, "Well, they said they're going to do this, but that's probably going to change by the time we get the final script."
It would be very stressful to work production on that TV show. At least the final season for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they do a lot of that like computer generated stuff beforehand, I think. Before they do a lot of even the set building.
Yeah. It's also crazy how long it took.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that was a long year.
Yeah. There's so many people working on it. There's so many niche jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
I was
Like
watching that. I was like, how do I get that job?
they had like
You
the
live in Atlanta.
sculptors. They had the guy choreographing, and then the stunt people would come in and do like their choreography based off his original choreography.
Um, yeah, if you want to work on a set, a movie set or a TV set, move to Atlanta.
Yeah.
That seems to be where all my favorite things are filmed lately. So
Yeah, a lot of things are moving there.
great. Sounds good
Works
to
for
me.
me.
Yeah. What else about the finale? Or not the finale, the documentary.
I think it made me really appreciate Jamie Campbell Bower and Millie Bobby Brown
Yeah.
and their methods for acting. Because the way they were talking about their characters, like it was clear how much thought they were putting into how far their characters had come. And like everything had a meaning behind it.
They speak of their characters like it's like a friend, like a close personal friend that they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, she does this. It's 11 is going to be doing this. Like it's very intentional, everything.
Yeah.
Compared to like Finn was talking about what Mike was supposed to be doing, and he's like, so I'm going to be doing this. And it's just like there's like a clear, different take as actors on how they approached the job. And I think that was cool to see.
Yeah.
Not that Finn is a bad actor, to
No.
be clear.
No. Yeah, different approach. Is different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like you could see Jamie and Millie kind of like they really develop their backstory on their characters and they really think through every little detail and they care a lot about at least these characters. I haven't seen a lot of things that Jamie has done, and I've seen a little bit of things that Millie has done, but you can definitely tell the work that they put into these ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot that Jamie's done, but I've seen most of Millie's stuff, and I feel like she puts that same type of care into most of her characters.
Well, it definitely shows. So, it was an ending. I think the documentary did help me appreciate the ending a little more.
Yes. I don't think it was as much of a train wreck as TikTok made it seem from the clips people were pulling.
Yeah, TikTok, like, I was like, do I even want to watch the documentary based off of just stuff people were saying on TikTok? Which I usually don't let that type of stuff sway my opinion on watching something or not.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like documentaries, I'm not a big documentary person to begin with.
Yeah.
So then people were like just talking about how bad it was and how like ill prepared the Duffer Brothers were and stuff. And I think they were playing that up a lot. I don't think that they were as underprepared or anything as people were making it out to be on TikTok.
If anything, I think the documentary was like highlighting how much pressure they were under and like that they were aware of it.
Yeah.
Like they weren't just phoning it in.
No.
Yeah. And also, people said that the Demogorgons, at not having them at the end, was brought up in the documentary. It was, and the Duffer Brothers actually said there should be Demogorgons, but then someone else in the writer's room said, I don't know, is it demo fatigue? And so they ended up not having them. So I feel like they were like trying to take the constructive criticism of their peers in the room with them,
Yeah.
and it kind of backfired a little bit right there, but
They probably didn't know how closely everyone was paying attention to all of the little tiny details.
yeah.
I kind of wonder what their thoughts are now that it's all over. Like, if they, I don't know, not made any change. Like, if they could go back and make any changes, but like, are they sad that the internet
Yeah,
like
tore it apart.
tore it apart and made it what it was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I also think if you're at that level where like literally the whole world is watching it, that you just have to be like happy with like you have to be happy with the work you did
Yeah.
and just leave it at that because you can't make everybody happy.
Right.
True.
And the people who hate it are going to be the people who are talking about it.
Yeah. They're definitely the loudest.
Yeah.
Well, whenever I rewatch this, maybe in 10 years, maybe 2036, I think I'll have good memories of it and I'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while until I rewatch all of it again.
Probably a while before I rewatch all of it, but I definitely will go back to seasons.
Yeah. Because your favorite was season 2?
3, The
No.
Mall. The Mall. Season
The
2 is
Mall.
my least favorite season. The Mall is my favorite season.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I did not
I
like
think
season
season
2.
4 is my favorite.
I would agree with that. I think well, no.
I really like season 4, but they're all in like scattered all over the place. I I like season 3 for the scale of the production. Lots of like big things were happening, but they were also together.
Yeah. I think
Like they were
3
all in
is my
Hawkins
favorite.
at least.
But they were still like separated for most.
Right,
They
which I
had their
think was
groups that were
I
separate
think
the
that
whole
that was
season.
kind of also to prepare us for season 4, where they were going to be like separate.
Well, and there's also so many characters. It's like you can't have them all together all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. But I
Plus,
think
we
that,
got Erica.
yeah, there was way more Erica.
Erica and Robin were my favorite parts of season 3.
Yeah. And Steve.
And that's the stuff with Max and her brother, and I just love that.
I don't know. Season 4 is just like we also got a lot of answers to a lot of questions in season 4.
Yeah.
And now everything has changed.
Well,
So,
yeah. Again, now that we know, on our next rewatch, we'll know a lot more. We'll
Mhm.
view it
Mhm.
from different angles.
I think the finale will be I'll appreciate it more. I'm sure. I also think I would appreciate it more if I watched it like season 5 altogether without
Yes,
the breaks.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because like
That's how I also feel about Wicked.
well, like in season 5, I think the most action happens in episode 4 with like Will getting his powers, the military, the fact that like
That
it's all
was
happening.
my favorite episode of season 5.
Yes.
Yeah. That was definitely the climax of the season.
So I think if I had that closer, like watching that closer to when I watch the rest of like the end of the season,
Yeah,
I would feel more fulfilled.
yeah. But gosh, those episodes are so long. That would be like a 2-day at least
Hey,
marathon.
we might have some time coming up.
Yeah, we're
True, you guys are getting a lot of snow.
supposed to get like a record blizzard, 400 feet of snow.
Did you go grocery shopping?
We did. And
Good.
we didn't go soon enough because Walmart was cleaned out.
All the water's gone.
I kind of
They
assumed
only had
actually.
like the gallons of water.
Did you get
I
gallons?
assumed
Those were
it
almost
would
gone.
I assumed it would be gone, but I didn't I figured like tomorrow is when people would be going.
No. Though I will say the area you're in is better than where we went to school because they at least know more about snow.
I will debate that.
Well,
So
they get snow more
far,
We
often though.
we just got an
so
email from our
far,
apartment that was like, don't expect to be able to get out of this place until Tuesday. They're like, we won't have it plowed until Tuesday.
yeah. They said
And
there's
they're
a
like,
shovel.
we have a shovel that we can borrow if you
There's
need
a
to get
shovel
out.
that you can shovel yourself out with if you need to.
Oh my God. Did you guys order a shovel?
No.
I'm not worried about it.
You're just stuck inside.
I'm fine with that.
Also, I'm not convinced we're gonna get as much snow as they're saying.
I'm never convinced we're getting snow until it's literally falling from the sky.
That's how I feel too. Because we're supposed to, like, 2 days ago, our forecast said that we weren't getting any snow. It was just going to be cold this weekend. And now we're getting apparently 9 inches of snow.
I'm like, I think it'll be really cold, and there's a chance that like pipes are gonna freeze and stuff like that. But I don't think it will inhibit my ability to get my car to go anywhere.
I think also growing up in Illinois has given me a false trust in the weatherman.
Yeah.
In the sense that you can't trust the weatherman.
We
That's
also
anywhere.
know
Also,
how to drive in the snow.
meteorology as a career is crazy because how is anybody predicting anything? They're not.
Hot
So just
take.
stop. Just stop. Just wait
You know,
until it's
people go to
coming from
school
the
for that,
sky.
right?
I know, and that's bizarre. That's like going to school for basket weaving.
I think there's a little more science than that.
I'm not saying there's not science. I'm saying you can't, like, you can roughly predict the weather, but they're
Well, that's
like,
what they do. It's a rough
Yeah.
estimate. They
I
give
They
you
know,
like
never
a
but
high and
guarantee
low.
something's going to happen.
but so many people like take it as gospel.
Well, that's just stupidity of
And
everybody else.
I'm like, homie, I've been told several times in my life I'm gonna get 10 feet of snow, and not a single flake has fallen from the sky.
Yeah. We've had times here where school's been canceled and not a drop
Nothing
fell from the
happens.
sky.
Uh, I got so mad at for like the last 6 years of my time in middle school and high school. Our superintendent, he was in charge of the middle school and high school. He's like, I'm never gonna call it. Like, the snow needs to be on the ground before I make any calls. So he would like sometimes call it the morning of school. And I was like, just call it the night before so I don't have to wake up.
Yeah. You're like, can I
Yeah.
sleep in? Though there is nothing more exciting than waking up and being like, oh, I don't have to go to school today.
Yeah.
I would just prefer if I got to sleep in.
True. We could always go back to sleep.
So the thing is, a lot of schools in our area base their closings off of other schools because of like feeder schools and feeder towns and all that. So like if 2 towns over high school wasn't having school, then the 1 towns over grade school wouldn't have school, and then the other school in that town wouldn't have school, but only if the grade school wasn't having school.
That is
But so it
complicated.
would have to like go through these chains of people of like they called it, now we have to call it, then this information gets passed to them and they have to call it. And when I worked at one of those schools that was in the chain, I did what is called early care for like parents who have to get to work early can bring their kids to school early, and it's essentially you're just like babysitting a few kids until school actually starts.
Uh-huh.
And the problem with that chain is I had to be there at like 6 a.m.
Mm.
and I'm like getting ready and I'm texting the what is her job title?
Principal?
No, the secretary. I'm texting the secretary. I'm like, have we called it yet? Do I need to warm my car up?
That
Right.
sucks. That's not fun for everyone who's working and has to deal with that.
Right.
As a kid, fine. As a worker, no
Yeah.
way, Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our school that we went to has gone back to like regular school days, but I was like, I'm glad I missed the e-learning snow day train
Yeah, me too.
because what a
Ew.
bummer.
We
Well, they
in my
stopped doing
school,
it
I know.
because
right?
I said,
nobody was even doing anything. I
Yeah,
know you said they stopped doing it, but like kids, the e-learning stuff, teachers wouldn't make it worth your time at all because it wasn't worth anything for your grades. It was worth like a very low percentage. So if you didn't do it, it didn't really matter.
I would have still been doing it.
yeah, because you're type A.
I was homeschooled by that
Would
point,
have
so
ruined my day.
I didn't get snow days.
Um, Back when I was in high school, I mean, we weren't using laptops yet on the regular at school. Like we
No,
still
I
had,
wasn't either.
yeah, we
I
still had
wasn't.
laptop. By the time my brother and sister, and I don't know, maybe this was your schools, and our school was a nicer district, but by the time my brother came, because he was 4 years young, 5 years younger than I was, um, when he came into school, they had to sign a laptop agreement, and then you could bring your devices to school.
Hmm.
But that was like
We
right
had
after me.
we had like the teachers could get like the Chromebook box, like sign that out. So it was in the classroom, and then we would
Yeah,
go use the Chromebook in the class and then put it back before we left. It was never our device.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even have Chromebooks. We had these janky old little laptop things that never, half of them never worked. And then most of them were dead because no one plugged them in.
We
That's what I
had,
had in grade school.
yeah, we had the laptops starting in fifth grade, and it was like
Well,
a job assigned was to be the person in charge of charging all the batteries.
that
Yeah,
makes sense,
making sure all the
Daniela,
computers are plugged in.
because you were in grade school and I was in high school.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I was also at a school that didn't have a lot of funding.
Yeah. Um, yeah, wow. A job being,
We had like the removable batteries, and you had to like, there's like a whole thing that you would plug them all in, and then
Ours weren't that, but there was like a job where like you have to make sure all the computers are plugged in.
mm. I remember
But
I
yeah, when I
did,
was in high school, we didn't have personal Chromebooks.
we
yeah.
used
We
our
had it
phones for a
was
lot.
we did. But we had a Chromebook number assigned to you in each classroom. So it was different in every classroom because like all of them were numbered. But then you you like left the Chromebook in whatever classroom that Chromebook was.
Yeah.
You didn't bring them anywhere with you.
That was different from when I was there.
Yeah.
They probably got more of them, and then it
Yeah.
became a regular thing.
We also had like computer lab still when I was there.
We did too.
Like I had two digital media classes and we just used the desktop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Did that
We
too.
used the Chromebooks. We had the desktop computers in the library, but we rarely used them. We used them once for some English thing, and it was the English teacher that I hated that I've told you guys about before.
Yeah.
And it was something that did not require using the desktops, but I think that he like did it. He was trying to get his doctorate, so I think that that was part of his study or whatever. We were his lab rats, so
Did he get his doctorate? Was it all worth
he
it?
did. He did.
Okay.
Congrats to him then. You helped him get his doctorate.
Yeah, I suffered to help him get it.
Mm. Okay, well, on that high note, how about we save the rest of our comments for next week?
I'll let you know how
When,
our snow days go.
yeah, we can talk about our snow day activities because we're both all supposed to get snow this weekend. Me significantly less than you. But yeah, keep us updated on whether the power goes out, whether you're living by candlelight,
We
your
also
food
bought
storage.
flashlights.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Did you buy batteries to go along with the flashlights?
They came with batteries.
What if you use them
We
though?
We have batteries.
we have batteries.
Okay, good. Well, have fun on your snow day.
Potentially.
Snow days.
I'll
I
still have to
believe.
work from home. Like that won't change anything.
I
mean-
won't.
Yeah. Daniela can just sit and watch TV.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bye.
Bye.
Bye.